Welcome to Kick It Up a Notch, hosted by Megan and Jenny. We're here to bring you lively conversations, inspiring stories, and a little bit of everything in between. Whether it's life, business, or just a good laugh, we're turning up the energy and diving into what makes life extraordinary. Let's kick it up a notch.
What would you do if overnight the income you relied on disappeared? Would you be able to pay the mortgage, cover the bills, take care of your family? Too often, we assume that our financial stability is guaranteed. But the truth is, life happens. Jobs are lost, marriages end, people get sick, and the unexpected can change everything in an instant. If you're relying on one income, whether it's yours or your spouse's, you're taking a massive financial risk. And when that safety net is gone, where does that leave you? That's why we need to talk about financial independence. Not because we don't love or trust our partners, but because we owe it to ourselves to be prepared for whatever life throws our way. As I sat on a flight home from a real estate conference, I couldn't stop thinking about this. Maybe it was the altitude, or maybe it was the weight of what I just experienced. The stories, the struggles, the triumphs of people navigating financial uncertainty. We are in a time where many people are struggling, and it made me realize even more how important today's topic is. This is for women, for men, for anyone who needs to hear it. We have to be financially independent, not because we don't love or trust our partners, but because life happens. Jobs are lost, marriages end, people get sick, and the unexpected can change everything overnight. And when it does, where are we? You need to be in control of your own financial destiny. That's where we're going to talk about today. Let's get into it. Growing up, I didn't think much about money. I mean, when you're a kid, your reality is just your reality, right? My parents got divorced when I was in first grade. My mom was an RN and my dad worked in maintenance. And my sister and I grew up splitting our time between their two worlds. My mom always made sure we had what we needed. But looking back now, I realize how tough it must have been on her. We moved a lot. I'm not even sure if it was because money or my mom just liked change. But she always made sure I had my own space, even in small 2-bedroom homes. My sister is 5 years younger than me, which felt like a generation at the time. We're super close now, and I absolutely just love her. Weekends were spent with my dad. He also moved a lot. Sometimes all he had was a bed in the house. One time we stayed in a 2-story house he was renovating. No kitchen, no heat, no air conditioning. We crammed into one room with a space heater. My dad on a twin bed, my siblings and I on a bunk bed. But it had a working toilet and sink, so that was a plus, I guess. We'd play outside all day while he worked. Sometimes he'd have enough money to take us to Ace's basketball games. We'd sit on the wooden bleachers. My sister would sit on his lap to get in for free. Other times we'd go fishing. He wouldn't fish himself a lot of times because of the license costs. He used worms and some moldy cheese he found in the refrigerator. We'd pile into the front bench seat of his old 6-shift truck, hoping it had enough gas to get us where it needed to go. Sundays, we went to church. My dad instilled a strong faith in us, and I'm so grateful for that. And let me tell you, when I was in middle school, all I wanted was a pair of Guess jeans. That was the thing back then. I think my grandma ended up getting them for me for Christmas, and I felt like the coolest kid ever. But what I didn't understand at the time was how much both of my parents had to sacrifice to make sure we had what we had. I'm thankful that my mom went to college and became an RN. I'm sure she never imagined being a single mom. And honestly, through all those experiences, seeing what I didn't want in my life and what I didn't want my life to look like really motivated me. Sometimes you have to go through tough times to understand exactly what you don't want. When you live paycheck to paycheck, you learn that financial security isn't something to take for granted. When you watch someone struggle to make ends meet, you realize that stability doesn't come from hope. It comes from action. I saw the sacrifices my parents made, and I knew that I didn't want to struggle the same way. Those hard moments shaped me. They taught me resilience, they taught me discipline, and they taught me that if I wanted a different outcome, I had to take control of my own future. So let's fast forward to adulthood. And I married an incredible man, straight out of the Marine Corps, full of discipline, drive, and he supports my crazy entrepreneurial spirit. Even when I have 50 different ideas going on at once, he lets me take risks. He lets me vent. We have 2 grown kids now, and I wanted to be a role model for them. I wanted them to see what hard work looks like. My success doesn't have to be their success, but I wanted them to see what it took. I wanted them to see what I could be, a successful mom and a businesswoman. But from day one, I knew I had to build something for myself. Not because I don't love my husband, not because I don't trust him, but because I never wanted to be in a position where I had to depend on someone else. Because life happens and we don't get warnings. You may have heard the quote, "A man is not a financial plan." It's not about dismantling partnership. It's about protecting your future. I've seen too many people, women especially, suddenly left in a tough financial situation because they never expected to be the sole provider. Whether it's through a job loss, illness, divorce, or even death, we owe it to ourselves to be ready for whatever life throws our way. That's why having financial independence isn't just a luxury, it's a necessity. Early on, I knew I had to be successful for me, regardless of having a supportive husband. I got my associate's degree. I wanted to be an athletic trainer, but that would probably have required me to be a teacher too. So I got my real estate license. I joined an amazing team, learned so much, and quickly started making a good living. When the company we were working for sold, my team leader decided to open his own company. And I said, I want to start it with you. I want ownership. That's key. So many people let opportunities pass them by. Sometimes you have to grab opportunity. You have to say, I want that. What do I need to do to be a part of that? That changed my life. Today, I run a 100 agent real estate company. I have rental properties, a business consulting business, a transaction management business, this podcast, and my own real estate team. And the best part, I partnered with people I hired in my real estate company. People who just like me said, I want to do this, or I want to be a part of that, or I have an idea. And I said, okay, let's do it. So let's talk real strategy here. If you're listening to this and thinking, okay, but where do I start? Here's what I would tell you if we were sitting down over coffee right now. Get educated. Education is the foundation of opportunity. It equips you with the skills and knowledge to earn a living. Whether it's a formal degree, a specialized certification, or mastering a trade, education increases your earning potential and opens doors to better jobs. It's an investment in yourself that pays dividends throughout your life. In a pinch, those skills are your lifeline. Stay out of debt. Debt is a major burden, especially when you're facing financial uncertainty. High-risk debt, like credit cards and personal loans, can quickly spiral out of control, making it difficult to cover basic expenses, let alone save for your future. Living within your means and avoiding unnecessary debt provides a safety net. If you suddenly have to rely on a single income, you'll be in a much better position if you're not already struggling with debt payments. Build a just-in-case fund. This is your financial cushion. Life throws unexpected expenses our way. Car repairs, medical bills, job loss. Having an emergency fund, even a small one, can prevent you from going into debt when these things happen. For stay-at-home parents, a side hustle or part-time work can provide that extra layer of security and build that just-in-case fund. It's about having options and not being completely dependent on a single source of income. Have hard conversations. Financial transparency with your partner is essential. Knowing where your money goes, understanding your insurance coverage, and discussing long-term financial goals are vital. If something happens to your partner, you need to be prepared to manage your finances. This isn't just about the if, it's about the when. It's about being informed and empowered to make sound decisions even during a difficult time. Make estate planning and insurance a priority. If your income or your partner's income disappeared tomorrow, how would your family manage? Too many people avoid estate planning because they think it's something only the wealthy need, but that's not true. Everyone should have a plan in place. Wills, trusts, and power of attorney documents ensure your assets are protected and distributed according to your wishes. And your kids, what happens to them if something happens to you? Life insurance is a non-negotiable safety net. If you don't have it, now is the time to get a term policy in place. It is typically inexpensive, and you don't want to have the burden of figuring out how you're going to pay to bury your loved one or replace income for a period of time. Beyond that, setting up a will, designating beneficiaries, and having a financial power of attorney can give you and your family peace of mind in case of emergencies. These steps aren't about preparing for the worst. They're about making sure you and your loved ones are always protected no matter what. Choose the right people to be around. Your environment matters. If you're surrounded by negativity and people who don't believe in you, it can be hard to stay motivated and pursue your goals. Surrounding yourself with supportive, encouraging people can make all the difference. They can offer advice, connections, and the emotional support you need to navigate challenges. When you're facing a tough time, their belief in you can be the fuel to keep you going. Take the leap when opportunity knocks. I've seen so many people hesitate when the right moment is staring them in the face. And listen, if you're waiting for someone to invite you to the table, it's not happening. Sometimes you have to pull up your own chair. Opportunities don't always present themselves in a neatly packaged bow. Don't wait for permission or an invitation. If you see an opportunity that aligns with your goals, be bold and go for it. It could be the turning point you need, especially if you're trying to build a more secure financial future. Sometimes you have to create your own opportunities. Breaking the money taboo and educating the next generation is one of the most powerful ways to create long-term financial security. Too often, money is treated as a secret or a stressful topic, especially in families. But the more we normalize financial discussions, the better we are to making informed decisions. This starts at home. Having open conversations with your partner about income, expenses, savings, and investments should be a regular part of your relationship, not just something you discuss in a crisis. It also means teaching children, especially our daughters, about money early on. Girls should grow up understanding how to budget, save, and invest rather than just focusing on earning and spending. Whether it's giving them an allowance to manage, helping them open a savings account, or introducing them to the basics of investing, these early lessons create confidence and independence. The reality is, financial literacy is just as important as any other life skill. If we want the next generation to be financially strong, we have to equip them with the knowledge and habits that will set them up for success. And I want you to remember something really important. You're worthy. You are worthy of success, stability, and financial independence. Don't ever let anyone, including yourself, tell you otherwise. Maybe you're starting from scratch. Maybe you've made mistakes in the past. That doesn't change your worth. It doesn't change your potential. This whole episode, everything we talked about, it comes back to this one fundamental truth. You deserve to be in control of your life, to build a future where you feel secure and empowered. So take that belief in yourself, that knowledge that you're worthy, and let it fuel your actions. Let it be the driving force behind you getting educated, staying out of debt, building that emergency fund, having those hard conversations, and grabbing those opportunities when they appear, because you are worthy and you are you can achieve anything you set your mind to. All right, so let's wrap this up. Here's what I want you to do right now. Don't just think about it, act on it. Get educated. Invest in yourself by learning a new skill. Get a certification or expand your knowledge to increase your financial opportunities. Stay out of debt. Avoid high interest debt and take control of your finances by tracking spending and paying off what you owe strategically. Build your just-in-case fund. Start saving, even if it's small, so you can have a financial cushion for unexpected expenses. Have the hard conversations. Talk openly about finances with your partner. Know where your money is going and make a plan for the unexpected. Choose your people wisely. Surround yourself with those who support and encourage your financial and personal growth. Take the leap. Don't wait for permission. If an opportunity aligns with your goals, go for it and create your own success. Break the money taboo. Talk about finances. Teach the next generation about money and make financial literacy a normal conversation. So your challenge, I want you to do one thing right now. Take out your phone, open your notes app, and write down one step you're committing to today. Then tell someone about it. Accountability is everything. DM me on Instagram at Kick It Up a Notch and tell me your action step. I want to cheer you on. The truth is, no one is going to hand you financial independence. It's something you have to build for yourself, and you can build it. No matter where you are starting from, no matter what your past looks like, you are in control of what happens next. The difference between people who struggle financially And those who thrive isn't luck, it's action. Don't wait. Your future self is counting on you. You have got this. Now go out there and kick it up a notch. I'll see you next time.
Thanks for tuning in to Kick It Up a Notch. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with your friends. Until next time, keep reaching higher and kicking it up a notch.